Aloha and welcome back to the 2023 Iolani Prep Basketball Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. It's quarterfinal time here. We just finished all four consolation pool games prior to this. My name's Carter Wetchy. I'm joined alongside by Coach Mike Among. The first quarterfinal that you'll see, the Masters Academy out of Oviedo, Florida, taking on the DeMatha Catholic Stags out of Hyattsville, Maryland. The other three quarterfinal games, Pace Academy from Atlanta, Georgia, taking on Christ the King from Middle Village, New York. The third quarterfinal, the host, Iolani Raiders, taking on the St. John Bosco Braves from Bellflower, California. And the last quarterfinal is the Vashon Wolverines from St. Louis, Missouri, getting set to take on the Oak Ridge Pioneers from Orlando, Florida. I'll recap the morning a little bit for you guys. The first game, Kamehameha-Kapalama defeated Kaimuki 63-54. Second game saw Kamehameha-Maui defeat Moanalua 55-32. Third game saw St. Louis, the two-time defending state champs, defeat Mililani 41-28. The game you guys just watched, Mid-Pacific Owls defeated Kauai 56-35. Before we get started, I gotta give a shout out to Coach Cone. Just came up here, handed us a couple t-shirts.
Nice.
From the Masters Classic.
Yeah.
Shout out to him and his squad. They defeated Kaimuki yesterday, 89-43. To get their spot here in the quarterfinal round. DeMatha on the other side, they defeated Mililani 80-48 to punch their ticket to the quarterfinal round. But it's going to be a bunch of good basketball. You ready?
I think I'm ready here. Very interesting. There's always a buzz in the air when the Classic rolls around. And every single day it starts to get ramped up more and ramped up more and ramped up more. So starting with this first game, we've got 8 teams left who could possibly win the championship. And, there's a different kind of feel. Both coaches chose to take their teams into their locker rooms. They came out, they shot around a little bit. Maybe they got a glimpse of what the other team was doing or how they were warming up. And both coaches separately took their teams into the locker room to have a little pregame chat instead of just staying out and continuing their warm-up. So the stakes are higher today, and it should be fun.
Yeah, you could feel the energy, the tension building up here in the lower gym.
Absolutely.
I was looking at half court. It's blocked by our upcoming game graphic. I'll take it off now. But at half court, in that all black, is Coach Cone's son, and he was like the security guard just now watching the captain's meeting take place at half court. Kind of fun to see. He was shooting around earlier with his dad. What a fun experience for them. Forgot to ask him if they got their coconut syrup on their pancakes yet. But
yeah, gotta love it. Gotta love those coaches' children. They live a different life because they see the game in a different way, usually through their parents' eyes. And he looks like he's having a blast out there. He's on staff.
Has his arms crossed, watching these Eagles warm up. In their first game yesterday, they put on an absolute clinic from beyond the arc. 19 three-pointers made, 7 different players with a three-pointer made. Stallworth at 4, Tabor, Laboon, Weber, they all hit 3 apiece. It was just a fun show to watch. And then on the flip side for these DeMatha Catholic Stags coming all the way from Hyattsville, Maryland, Ashton Ace Meeks, he hit 5 threes. He put on a show. He's in the running for the Kai Machida Sharpshooter Award, given out to the player that makes the most threes during the games played. He's leading the way right now with his 5 after that first round game. And you had Malcolm Thomas, Charles Thomas III, Derek Bo Daniels. They were just enforcing their size down low. You just saw their length, 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". It was just too long for the Trojans out of Mililani to do anything in the paint with. It's the first of 4 exciting quarterfinals here. Once again, we're gonna say this. We've been saying it all morning. If you do wanna come, I suggest you come early.
Yeah.
The 6:31, that's the one everyone's kind of highlighting. That's the one the Iolani student body, Raider Nation, that's the one they're gonna come out to. They're excited to see the host, the Raiders, take on right now the number 9 ranked team in the nation according to Max Preps in the St. John Bosco Braves. And once we do hit that capacity number here, due to fire safety, we're gonna have to shut the doors, and those of you that haven't been able to get inside will be stuck out there waiting and hoping that there's some sliver of people leaving the gym. But if you want to come down, the dunk contest is gonna follow all 4 quarterfinals, and it's just gonna be a long night, but a fun one here.
Well, luckily there are a couple of TV monitors set up outside in our courtyard, and you'll be able to watch it if you can't sneak your way in, but the excitement will be in the building for sure.
Just about ready to get set here. Just under 30 seconds before the final buzzer and the starters get announced. I'll wait for Coach Kyle Miyamoto to do the starters before I talk about there's one big change here in the Masters Academy lineup. And we'll send it over to Kyle for the starters.
Basketball fans, welcome to the Father Timothy's Ring Athletic Center here on the campus of Iolani School for the 2023 Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. Quarterfinal number 1 features the DeMatha Stags from Hyattsville, Maryland, and the Masters Academy Eagles from Oviedo, Florida. Here are your starting lineups first for the Stags. At 40, 16 senior number 1, Malcolm Thomas. At 46-7 junior number 15, Charles Thomas III. At guard, 6-foot sophomore number 3, Ace Meeks. At guard, 6-foot junior number 2, Jacob Wallace. And at guard, 6'4" junior number 11, Gabe Sebastian. Head coach of the Stags is Mike Joseph III. And now the starting lineup for the Masters Academy Eagles. At guard, 6-foot junior 0, Josh Nitz. At guard, 6'7" junior number 15, Michael Tabor. At guard, 6'5" senior number 1, Tipoff Stalwart. At guard, 6'3" senior number 3, Dylan Lahoon. And at guard, 6'6" senior number 4, Scott Verticor. The head coach of the Eagles is Reggie Cole.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Coach Among. Picked up on that one change. Scott Verbencore back in the starting lineup. There's a DMP yesterday. They're seeing a little bit of an injury. Held him out yesterday against Kamuki. He's back in the lineup, and in the 4 games I got stats for, he's averaging 17 points a game. So that's a big piece coming back for these Eagles and Coach Combe.
Yeah, in warm-ups, he was dunking pretty easily. He wasn't going full speed 100%, but he still showed some athleticism. It'll be interesting to see how long he lasts and if he's going to save a little with the injury.
Dylan Laboon, Malcolm Thomas up for the tip. The Stags win that one. Jacob Wallace will bring the ball into the front court. We're underway here in the 2023 Iolani Prep Basketball Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. Quarterfinal round, Sebastian with it, baseline jumper. Nothing but net there. The Eagles break the press up in the front court. Stallworth with it. Shuffle pass down low to Tabor, and he's fouled.
Nice discipline by Josh Pitts there to break the trap and break the press there.
Pitts inbounds it to Stallworth near half court. We got a reset on the shot clock. Tabor with it. Now Stallworth picks up his dribble. Able to find Verbencore. 17 on the shot clock. Stallworth, left wing, thought about the three. Now he's driving on Wallace, spins. That shot looked like it got a tip by Malcolm Thomas off the glass. Quickly back, Charles Thomas, a third shot. That's blocked by Micah Tabor.
Tabor got a piece of that for sure.
Three ball, Verbencore, back rim, no. Rebound taken by Malcolm Thomas. Euro step over Stallworth, off the glass and in. Two big steps there from Malcolm Thomas to get that space cross court. Laboon thought about the three, driving baseline from the left block.
Oh, gets it to fall. Looks like Masters is in kind of a diamond and one defense. They're trying to take Ace Meeks out of the game. They've got Josh Pitts playing him man to man. The other four in a diamond, amoeba-like defense. DeMatha, on the other hand, is just playing stick to it, man to man, half court, get in the shorts, not even getting easy looks.
Charles Thomas III knocks down the first and hits the second as well. DeMatha up 6-2. 2 minutes into the first quarter here, in the first quarterfinal matchup. Verbencore lost the handle, tried to throw it off the feet of Thomas III. Ends up as a steal, but getting back there to stop that layup. Verbencore with the block, last touch by him.
Two teams feeling each other out here.
Meeks for three. And he misses. We didn't see him miss from long range yesterday. Sebastian for three. Second chance, no. Last touch by Pitts. It's one thing Coach Cole needs to see from these Eagles is how they rebound against a team like DeMatha.
Well, Malcolm Thomas is the real deal. I only watched the game online the other day, and man, he's athletic, he's long, he's active.
Meek stops, pulls up on that jumper, doesn't hit it. Stallworth quickly up ahead. Laboon with it now, driving baseline. Tabor for three. Nothing but net. Picking up right where he left off yesterday with his 3 threes. Hits his first attempt. And a two-end flush by Charles Thomas III.
Jacob Wallace with beautiful vision there. Left-handed pass, no look. Found his cutting teammate for the dunk.
Now Tabor with it. Lost his footing a bit. Pass nearly stolen, back to Tabor right wing. Back up top to Laboon. 13 on the shot clock. Stallworth with it on the left wing. Down to 7 seconds. 3 seconds, he's gonna have to throw it up. Verbencore, and it's a shot clock violation. The entire bench of DeMatha stands up and claps.
Yeah, they pride themselves on defense. Beautiful defensive possession that time. Masters looked befuddled there, trying to figure out how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Malcolm Thomas has it baseline. That's blocked, nearly blocked.
My goodness.
But so strong, he's able to put it through.
Well, he was behind the backboard, got bumped going up in the air, and still had the body balance to put that in.
Verbencore's cross-court pass stolen away by Sebastian. 3-on-2 fast break. Meek stops, but swatted out of bounds by Verbencore. Both times Verbencore's turned the ball over, he's come back and swatted the shot on the fast break.
Oh, I'm sure he's frustrated with that first part of what you said, the 2 turnovers.
A lob up on the inbounds play. Thomas couldn't finish through the contact, but a foul called on Scott Verbencore. Gonna send Malcolm Thomas to the free throw line.
Man, that first DeMatha game that I watched online, yeah, I don't know how many blocks he had, but it could have been double digits. He was just swatting everything.
He hits the first one. He's already up to 5 points, equaling the total for the Masters Academy Eagles. DeMatha up 11-5. Still waiting for Malcolm Thomas's second free throw. He hits them both. He's up to 6. The halfway point of the first quarter. DeMatha up by 7. Stallworth crossover dribble. Kick out to the corner. Can't hit the 3. Verbencore had the shot. 2 big steps from Thomas up ahead. Corner 3. Bowser. That'll fall.
Wow.
The lead quickly up to double figures here. 15-5. Stags up in front.
DeMatha's athleticism is just starting to show itself and in the score here with the separation. Defensive pressure is out of the gym. It's amazing.
And the guys coming in off the bench are picking up right where the starters left off. Cole Bowser being one of the reserve players into the game. And now Jamal McKnight Jr.
And the whole bench erupts anytime something good happens defensively.
McKnight Jr. for 3. Nothing but net. What a start for the Stags. Up by 13. 3 minutes to go in the first. Cross-court pass, Laboon for 3. Doesn't go. McKnight Jr. hit the deck after the tip. Up ahead, Charles Thomas. Nice little finger roll with, or just drop it in the basket.
Yeah, he knew if he tried to dunk it, it probably would have bounced out. So good discipline to just drop it in.
Stallworth's drive, he's fouled on it. Cole Bowser picks up that foul. With every possession that these Stags keep these Eagles without scoring, the bench gets louder and louder for the Stags as well. Stallworth gets the inbounds pass near half court.
They can barely get it inbounds.
And another turnover, that's stolen away by McKnight Jr. Up ahead, Bowser. Goes down low to the right block for Sebastian. Kick out to Meeks. He'll retrieve it near half court. Charles Thomas the third for 3. Back rim too strong. Rebound taken by Nickerson. Under 2 to go in the first quarter. Pitts picks up his dribble. Able to find a teammate there. Stallworth with it now. Reverse, fell to the floor. He's still down. Meeks finishes that layup. Official time.
Looks like his ankle kind of gave out on that spin. That's going to be a huge loss for Masters Academy. Stallworth was the only one really kind of getting his offense on his own.
Nickerson's pass broken up and stolen away by the Stags. Charles Thomas leading the break. Spinning, turnaround jump shot with one hand, no good. Nickerson tracks on the rebound in the corner. And a timeout called by Coach Cohn. He saw Nickerson with the double team coming at him in that one corner you try to stay away, or the corner that you try to stay away from. Called a timeout, retains possession. What a start for the Stags.
Unbelievable. I can remember calling the Masters earlier game and just kind of gushing over them and how disciplined they were and how dominant they were in that game. We can do the same thing for what DeMatha is doing, flipping the tables on Masters today. Just amazing defense, smothering defense. And I think, like you said earlier, with every successful defensive stop, they get even more aggressive and more aggressive and more aggressive, kind of letting their athleticism take over the game.
So Masters Academy has been sitting on 5 points from about the 5:30 mark of this first quarter.
Tabor hit that three, and that's been it.
Pitts gets it over half court. Malcolm Thomas double comes for Tabor, passes out of it. Now Tabor right wing three.
Oh.
He'll rattle that one home.
He didn't even look like he had that in his hands very cleanly, but still got it off.
That stopped a 16-0 DeMatha run.
Oh.
Go up top, left wing. McKnight Jr. Cross court, Charles Thomas III. Corner for Bowser. His three doesn't go. Malcolm Thomas nearly had that put back, but he lost it with his left hand.
He had visions of a putback flush and break the rim off the backboard.
That would have been an emphatic putback. McKnight Jr. picks the pocket of Pitts in the backcourt, and he lays it up and in. McKnight Jr. just putting on the pressure, 94 feet from the basket.
Oh.
Meeks lost his footing. Had Laboon fall awkwardly, but Laboon looks to be okay. The foul goes on Ashton Ace Meeks. Up ahead, Laboon for three off the inbounds pass, too strong. Rebound taken by Charles Thomas III. Up ahead, Malcolm Thomas can't get it to go. And at the end of the first quarter, DeMatha 24, the Masters Academy 8. We'll be back after this short message.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. This is me. Hawaii Pacific Health.
We're back here in the lower gym, 24-8. Stags up over the Eagles. Stags coming all the way from Hyattsville, Maryland. They've put on a show. Malcolm Thomas with 6. Charles Thomas III with 6. 2 3-pointers made. Turnover after turnover they forced in that first quarter.
Yeah, and all different kinds, you know, on the ball, dribble, turnovers, shot clock violation turnovers, errant pass turnovers. Just amazing. It looks like Coach Cohn is drawing up some possible backdoor opportunities when you have a team playing such aggressive defense. You know, you could set them up for some backdoor cuts.
Tabor with your right wing three, gets it off. Front rim, no. Trying to get up the rebound. Luke Fay was held on the shoulder. Cole Bowser picks up that foul, and that's his second.
Bowser kind of yanked him from behind on that opportunity.
Tabor gets the inbounds pass. Got a reset on the shot clock as well. Laboon deep three. Doesn't draw anything.
Yeah, they're definitely aware of what DeMatha is doing defensively, and they're trying to rush those shots. A couple of air balls so far.
Verbencore might have gotten a piece of it. No tip called by the referee. With Sebastian arguing that he wouldn't have shot that short.
Yeah.
But good sign for the Eagles. Devon Stallworth checks back in. Looks to be okay. Tabor brings the ball up. Malcolm Thomas right on his hip. Stallworth now driving. Cut off, lost the handle. Last touch by the Stags. Another chance here for the Eagles. Tabor, the inbounder, is up top to Stallworth. Lefty dribble on the drive. Stops at the free throw line, kick out. Verbencore, one dribble, shoots the three, too strong. Rebound taken by Bowser.
Oh.
Quickly up ahead, Wallace goes, guts the contact.
Oh my goodness. It was like a runway, and we were watching a takeoff. He started to gather speed around him mid-court, and then just exploded in the middle of the paint. Up, floated, had three defenders kind of bump into him.
Felt like he took like 6 steps from like half court to get down to the paint.
Yeah, and probably one dribble.
Drew the foul from Micah Tabor. First free throw doesn't go. Jacob Wallace, also defensive back in football, and you can see his speed, his agility, his hips being able to move when he's backpedaling. You can see him, how he could be a pretty good DB. Gets
Just
that second free throw to go.
Elite level.
Stallworth breaks the press, up ahead. Tabor all alone, can't finish, falling away from the basket. Rebound taken by Bowser. They'll pull it back out. Malcolm Thomas calling for it, gets it. Bowser for three, left wing. He hits the deck, no call. Stallworth with the rebound. Behind the back dribble for Stallworth. Another one. Now he's stuck with it. A pass broken up and stolen away by Bowser. Through the contact of Tabor and puts it in, plus the foul.
Tabor looking exhausted right now. Trying to work so hard to get open and get open looks on offense. And then kind of a lazy foul there on the transition defense.
Tabor will check out with his 2 fouls. And with the Eagles down 27-8. Bowser rattles that free throw down. He's up to 6. Three-way tie with 3 Stags with 6 points apiece. Hits with it. Driving. Oh. That's swatted by Malcolm Thomas with the left hand. But they're gonna call a foul.
Interesting to watch his 4 teammates go after him. Kind of calm him down right away because he was about to argue the call, the foul call. Coach Mike Jones III doing that himself with the referee who called that foul.
You saw the athleticism there from him. He hit that towards that emergency exit door over there and
My goodness.
completely erased that shot. But Pitts knocks down the first free throw, cuts into that 20-point lead. Can't hit the second. Thomas right there with the big wingspan grabs that rebound. Now Meeks lob it up. Oh. Thomas couldn't throw it down. Second chance. 3-ball Sebastian comes up short.
It's like he jumped too high on that one. Like he had to duck his nose before breaking it on the rim.
Faye with the handoff to Pitts. 24 on the shot clock. Driving spin, kick to the corner. Laboon will pull it back out. Up top, Verbencore. Thomas is on him. Had to go some English off the backboard, couldn't get it to go. Sebastian up ahead. Jump stop. Foul, they'll say on the ground. It goes on Stallworth. Stallworth now has 2 fouls, joining Tabor with 2 fouls apiece.
Yeah, DeMatha clearly, distancing themselves from Masters Academy here. Just outplaying them, out-hustling them.
Turnaround jump shot from the paint. Malcolm Thomas won't fall. Stallworth pushing it. Corner 3, Laboon. Got it off. Verbencore high up in the air, couldn't get the offensive rebound. Quickly up ahead, Wallace pushing it. Meeks for 3, foot on the line, doesn't go. Thomas, second chance, loses the handle. Puts it back up, doesn't get that to go. A third chance. Caden Walton down there battling. Drew the foul. Just, this motor doesn't stop for these Stags.
No, they're just relentless. They have their style of play. And they're going to be a contender here.
Caden Walton. The lefty stroke gets the first one. Last night was held scoreless against Mililani. DeMatha Catholic Stags coming into the Classic, ranked number 20, according to Max Preps. 8-0 this preseason.
Tabor in for Verbencore.
Tabor brings the ball up. Thomas is chasing him from behind. Cross-court pass to Pitts. Stops at the elbow. Looking for some help. Stallworth for 3. Comes up short. Rebound taken by Meeks. Up ahead to Wallace. He's driving. Kick out corner 3, Sebastian. That's good. Woo!
Again, it's a clinic right now. Defensive clinic, transition basketball clinic.
Good defense there. Jacob Wallace up ahead. Malcolm Thomas. Soft, easy throw down. Doesn't even touch the rim.
I'm guessing he's going to be the contestant for the dunk contest.
As Luke Fay hits the 3. Maybe he's saving all his dunks for there. Thomas through contact, no. Gets his own miss, puts it up, no. Third chance, Thomas, no. He's looking for a foul call.
Yeah, looks like he got hit in the face somehow.
Tabor for 3. Too strong, rebound taken by Wallace. I guess if you're Malcolm Thomas, the argument is, I'm 6'8", I'm not gonna miss 3 of those down low without being fouled. No frustrations there from him. Malcolm Thomas next year headed to Villanova, the Big East.
Just an amazing display of basketball right now. It's when I saw Masters the other day, I was impressed with them. And again, DeMatha is just on a total different level here.
can see both teams tired. They're running up and down this floor, hands on their hips, drinking water. It's not the easiest thing to do coming off a plane maybe a couple of days ago. Masters Academy has been here for quite a while. They got in last week, Wednesday actually. Got to spend some time up in Kauai with Coach Ippo Yoshioka and his crew, and then made their way back to Oahu. There's DeMatha, came in, I believe it was on Sunday afternoon, had a connecting flight. Charles Thomas a third with it, top of the key. Right wing three, Wallace comes up short. Second chance tipped up to Ace Meeks. Driving baseline, kick out, back to the corner. Thomas the third for three. Rebound taken by Tabor, 3 minutes to go. DeMatha up 35-12 over the Masters Academy Eagles.
The Masters zone defense working in that case. They gave up an offensive rebound, but they still held the Stags scoreless.
Laboon for three. Got some contact there, didn't get the shot to go. And a foul called. Goes on Hunter Nickerson.
5 fouls puts the Stags on the line with the bonus. And it seems for the Masters, the other day, all those three-pointers were falling, you know, or a bunch of them, right? They hit 19. And today, I don't know if it's they're rushing their shot, or if they're not quite balanced, they're not quite set. But not too many dropping tonight.
Just 3 threes for Masters Academy, well behind their pace of 19 that they set yesterday. Sebastian gets both free throws to go, extends the lead up to 25. 2:30 to go in the first half. One-hand pass over to Nickerson. Now Fay with it. Just pass over to Verbencourt. Runs into a wall. Kick out corner three, Laboon, no. Rebound tipped out to Ace Meeks. Showing off his speed. Gets some contact, no call. Verbencourt with the rebound. Laboon now driving. He gets the foul call there. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Ooh. Looks like he turned an ankle on his way up there. Kind of walking it off. Laboon showing some speed there, taking the ball down court.
For the most part, we've seen him just as a shooter. Yesterday, knocked down 3 threes. Makes on the first free throw there. Stallworth checks in for Fay. Boone hits both free throws. Nothing but net on both of those attempts. Corner three, Meeks. Front rim, rebound taken by Laboon. He's pushing the pace, 3-on-3 fast break. Nickerson cross court to Stallworth, stolen away by Sebastian. He's up ahead, and he'll finish it with the finger roll.
He baited that pass nicely to get that steal. Masters better get back on defense. DeMatha being patient here.
Knight Jr. walks into a 3. Front rim, no. Rebound taken by Verbencourt. Just pass over to Tabor. He's driving off glass. Goaltend will be called. It hit the backboard first, and then it was blocked. Like a Tabor, one of those players that he just plays his own pace and he's able to get down the court, get open. Right there, get a lane to drive.
He's working hard though. He's breathing very heavily.
Knight Jr. stops on a dime right in front of Tabor, throws it up over him and in. Stallworth with it right wing in front of the Stags bench. Stops for a three. Doesn't get that one to go. Sebastian flying in for the rebound. 35 seconds to go in the first half. Sebastian loses his footing. Thomas the third pull-up jump shot. Put back Bo Daniels.
Bo Daniels on the tip slam, my goodness.
Stallworth elbow jumper, too strong. And I'll tell you, Bo Daniels just a freshman. 6'7" freshman over there.
My goodness. That was a two-footed standing, no run, no approach.
3 seconds to go. McKnight Jr. baseline jumper doesn't go. Daniels tried to dunk it. But after the, before the horn, he tried to dunk it, but it came after the horn. And at halftime, DeMatha 43, the Masters Academy Eagles 18. We'll be back after these short messages.
Hey, Rox, come on look. The neighbors are up to something.
Probably taking out the trash.
No, they got guys roaming all around the place.
Maybe they're aliens from another planet.
Maybe they're getting rid of bugs and termites or something.
So what's so strange?
Well, our guys don't do that.
Maybe we don't have the right guys.
Hi, I'm Ian.
And I'm Joe.
And we're Pest Tech Hawaii. We have the latest termite and pest control technology. Let our guys be your guys. We're Pest Tech Hawaii.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. This is me. Hawaii Pacific Health.
And we're back here in the lower gym. Halftime of the first quarterfinal matchup. DeMatha Catholic Stags out of Hyattsville, Maryland, up 43-18 over the Masters Academy Eagles from Oviedo, Florida. That first half, break down the scoring for you. Malcolm Thomas with 8, Cade Sebastian with 9, Jamal McKnight Jr. 7, Cole Bowser, Charles Thomas III with 6 apiece. And for Masters Academy, Micah Tabor led the way with 8, Dylan LeBoon with 4, Luke Fay with a 3-pointer. Just not that three-point shooting that we saw yesterday. The length of the Stags, forcing all these turnovers, forcing these tough shots, just too much to deal with in that first half.
Absolutely too much to deal with. I'm not sure what Coach Cohn is going to adjust during his halftime speech here. They're going to have to show some grit for sure. But they're DeMatha is just unbelievable. Unbelievable team, unbelievable athletes. Just amazing to watch.
We're both looking at halftime at the DeMatha website and seeing what kind of athlete alumni on the basketball court that they have.
Yeah.
Looking at the names here on my paper, Markel Fultz, Jeremy Grant, Jarian Grant, Jordan Hawkins, Victor Oladipo. The one big name now in college basketball that you're hearing, Hunter Dickinson, starring at Kansas, was at Michigan before. But even their head coach, their former head coach, Morgan Watson, 1,274 victories over 46 seasons. That's amazing.
Well, I just learning this fact looking at this website. His DeMatha team beat Lou Alcindor's Power Memorial Academy and ended its 71-game winning streak. For those of you who don't know who Lou Alcindor is, somebody who changed his name later and became Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's impressive right there to break that streak. But 1,274 wins in 46 seasons. That's Morgan Wooten's a legend and deserves all the accolades. Coach of the 20th century, not just coach of a decade or coach of the year. Coach of the 20th century, inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2000. Amazing, amazing. I just also looked at the list of former DeMatha coaches, and you might recognize this guy, Marshall Cho, who brought his Lake Oswego High School team in.
That's
Either
right.
was it last year or a couple years ago? Might have been last year.
The Lakers, I believe.
Yeah, really, really impressive team and really impressive style of coaching. Interesting.
And while we're on the topic of coaches, I got to talk to Coach Kurt Samuels, who was talking to me. I was asking him how's his time in Hawaii. It's his first time here. He was mentioning to me that they went out for food. And there was just purple bun on a burger. And for those of you who don't know, in Hawaii we have these taro bread buns, and those are like something special. If you haven't had those and you're just used to those regular plain white buns, then you'd probably look at it and be like, that's a little strange color. I wonder if it's okay. And then he said he was caught off guard at first, but after talking to one of the assistant coaches, Coach Bergdorf, who was born in Hawaii, moved away when he was 2, and then ever since then has been coming back to the islands, he was like, I promise you it's good. And it's made out of taro, those buns, and Coach Kurt Samuels said he went back for a second one after that.
Oh, nice, nice.
But that's what the Iolani Classic's about, trying something new, coming down, immersing yourself in the culture here in the islands. And
Absolutely. You know, I heard Coach Dean Shimamoto talking one of the streams, one of the webcasts, about just the experience, just the memories that are made at this tournament, and how, you know, 20 years later, people will just recall, oh, I remember that time, and who they played against, and that person went on to play in the NBA or to play at the collegiate level. And, you know, I'm guessing it's true for even the mainland teams to be kind of starstruck at times and be able to mention who they played against in this tournament. I'm guessing the Masters Academy players are going to be talking about this DeMatha team years from now.
yeah, that relationship that you're talking about, it all starts with the presenting of chocolates at the start of games. Hawaiian Host, one of our sponsors here, they're giving us the Karamaks to give to the local teams to hand to these mainland teams. And going all the way back to a week and a half ago, we mentioned this earlier, I think yesterday, about the bond that Kamehameha-Kapalama, those Lady Warriors, had with Sidwell Friends out of Washington, D.C. It started with the chocolates, then they went out to dinner, and these teams, after they play, the local teams are invited to go eat pizza and whatever with, and spend time with the local teams and hang out and bond and kind of connect that way. And I remember seeing those TikToks. I saw girls like Nihoa Dunn, who was on the all-tournament team for the girls, trying to get those Sidwell Friends girls, like Kendall Dudley, a 5-star recruit. I think Ava Yoon was one of the other girls, and they're trying to get them to pronounce Hawaiian words, and it was just a fun. You could just see how much fun both sides were having,
Yeah.
to the point where Kamehameha was cheering on Sidwell Friends in the championship game, sitting right behind the bench, leading the cheers. And
Yeah.
it's those kind of memories that you're going to say, oh, Kendall Dudley's now following me on Instagram. She's a 5-star basketball player headed to UCLA next year. Maybe on the boys' side, it's Malcolm Thomas now follows you, and he's going to play at Villanova next year. And it's those things like that. And now with social media, it's all about these kids. We want followers and
likes.
Yeah, and this is a start when you get to meet and interact and play against guys. Brandon McCoy, Malcolm Thomas, who we see here, Dwayne Pierce out of Christ the King. There's just a whole host of names. Kevin Durant came to this classic at one point in time. DeMarcus Cousins. The list goes on and on.
Yeah. Tyson Chandler. As Coach Dean was talking, and I was, reminiscing on my own basketball career or playing days in high school. Graduated in '84, so we never got to play in this classic, but our coach had ties with coaches back in New York, and I remember one of his friends brought his team down, and I got to play against a guy named Pearl Washington. Wayne Pearl Washington. You older people might know. He went on to play for Syracuse. But I can remember being in Mid-Pac Gym and playing against him and trying to guard him and being embarrassed by him. Super fun times.
Stags with the ball to start the second half. Wallace has it left wing. Cross-court pass, Malcolm Thomas for three. Lefty stroke doesn't go, but Charles Thomas a third right there to clean it all up.
Couldn't quite figure out what kind of defense that was. It might have been a triangle and two. DeMatha doesn't change their defensive style at all. They're just stuck like glue.
Laboon with Thomas on him. Three ball. Tabor, too strong. Rebound taken and pushed up ahead by Sebastian. Charles Thomas third all by himself. Lays it up off the glass. Plus a slap on the backboard just for kicks. Pitts for three. Coming off that screen. Doesn't get the shot to fall. Wallace up ahead. Malcolm Thomas skies up and flushes it home.
Oh my goodness. Again, elite level athleticism. Stalwart showing something there to try to answer that.
Lob up to Malcolm Thomas, throw it down. From near half court, Ace Meeks threw it up. I saw Malcolm Thomas point up, and that's all Ace Meeks needed.
That was at a different level. That was easily above the box on the backboard. Up there above 11 feet.
Stallworth gets it off the inbounds pass. He's at the right block. Tried to push it over to Tabor, who was the inbounder. Trying to get space on the left block and threw it out of bounds.
Looks like Stallworth, he had a chance. He had some inside position. But then again, Malcolm Thomas was lurking in the area. Probably changed that decision.
Jacob Wallace. A Euro step to get that lane.
Yeah, so shifty.
Foul goes on Dylan Laboon. And Jacob Wallace will go to the line. I was talking about how he plays football. Looking on his Instagram, doing my research there. He's a football offer to play at USF, but he also has 2 basketball offers too, so he has his choices.
Goodness.
And just a junior. So more time for coaches to be recruiting him as well.
Strong, fast, quick. Tough.
Second one doesn't go. Clean up flush by Malcolm Thomas. Laboon for three in the corner. Doesn't get the bounce. Wallace with the rebound. Up ahead to Meeks. No one's by him. Lays it up and in.
That time Stallworth took Thomas and just kind of held him outside. Gave up the layup, but didn't give up a dunk to Thomas. Counts the same. Yeah, Masters Academy just looks dejected. They're trying, you know, they're hustling, but just outmatched today.
Meeks with it. Driving. Tried to dump it off. Bounce pass to Charles Thomas III, but I guess when you're Charles Thomas III, you're not expecting a pass right at your ankle level when you're 6'7". Stallworth with the left wing. Hits. Coming off that curl, stops. Kicks it out. Tabor. Trying to lose Thomas III. Gets out of that 5-second call. They're giving it up. Stallworth driving lefty finish off the glass.
Yeah, he's been really the only one that has been able to be successful on his own, creating his own shot.
Malcolm Thomas already with 8 points in this second half. 4 of those. And they all come off of dunks. 4 dunks in this second half. Stallworth 3-ball. That was a heat check for him. Comes up short. Meeks bounce pass to Sebastian. Reverse layup. That's good.
Just pouring it on now. It's kind of toying with Masters.
Laboon deep 3 from the right wing. That'll fall. Malcolm Thomas looks back at him like, for real?
You just took one from that deep? He's got to take it from that deep with Malcolm on him.
If we took it 1 foot closer, I think Malcolm would have had a touch on that.
And
Dylan Laboon
and
hits.
a dunk on the other side.
That's the 5th 3 for the Masters Academy Eagles. Puts the lead. It's 59-26. DeMatha Catholic Stags up in front. 4:06 to go in the third quarter. So the second appearance in the Classic for the Stags. They finished 5th place in 2008. That's the year Oak Hill won. DeMatha coming to us from Hyattsville, Maryland. They're a private all-boys high school. You look on the other side, Masters Academy Eagles. This is also their second appearance. They finished in 6th place in 2015. They're a co-ed school. They have K through 12, and they also have a preschool program at their school.
Wow. I'm just peeking into their huddle, and you know, we talked about Coach Cohn constantly teaching in the last game when they were up by a lot. You know, he's not yelling at his team. He's staying very calm in this huddle, and he's still teaching. You know, still opportunity to learn, regardless of the score here.
And look who's right by his side, his son.
Oh, he's a
learning
sponge.
the ropes.
I can tell he's a sponge.
3-ball Meeks. Malcolm Thomas tried to flush it with 2 hands. Lost the handle going up. He's trying to make it 5 for 5 with dunks here in the second half.
You know, and the Masters Academy, they're trying to block out. It's not like they're just standing there.
3-ball Malcolm Thomas, front rim no. Rebound taken by Stallworth. He'll dribble it up ahead. Nickerson with it now. He's off to Faye. Double team comes towards him. In the corner they go to Pitts. Double team's coming for him. Splits the double with the dribble. Stops in the paint. Throws it up with the right. Gets his own miss. Then gets fouled. Doing it himself right there,
Yeah.
Josh Pitts.
Well, against this type of defensive pressure, even the easy shots, right? The 5-footers, the 4-footers, it's in the back of your mind that somebody's going to rise up out of nowhere to block your shot. So then you start missing those, you get more frustrated, and you can just kind of see that building in the Eagles.
First free throw doesn't go for Pitts. One of the defensive strategies that the Stags coaching staff shared with me before the game, after checking that I wasn't about to go and talk to Masters Academy after that, they said we're gonna try help as little as possible, just so we can keep closeouts on those 3-point shooters, and they've done a pretty good job of keeping these shooters in check here.
They are absolutely fine with one-on-one defense.
The pass goes through the hands of Meeks. Laboon has the steal. He'll pull it back out. Stallworth with it now top of the key, guarded by Daniels. Got about a step back. Corner for Pitts. He's driving baseline, has Daniels on his back. Doesn't get that shot to go. Daniels didn't get the touch there, but his length forced the miss. Meeks splits the double, throws it up and in, underhand.
Wipes his eye because somebody probably, inadvertently poked it.
Pitts fights through the contact, throws it high off the glass.
Pitts has been successful getting into the paint, just hasn't really hit those shots.
Laboon with it now. Stallworth left wing, trying to work on Bowser. Stallworth at the elbow. Kick out Nickerson for 3. That's good.
Good little slip of the screen by Stallworth, getting open at the elbow and then making a good decision to kick it out.
61-33. Stags up in front. Meeks for 3, no good. He hasn't hit one from long range yet. He had 5 makes in 3-point range yesterday. Pitts almost walked into a 3 there. Now driving on Daniel, spins away, lands on top of a shoe.
Turn the ankle a little bit.
Sebastian for 3. Rebound taken by Laboon. And a travel there. Sebastian, just right spot right there.
Kate Sebastian's he's a heady player. He fills the stat sheet in other ways. Really smart player.
I have in my stats 7.8 points a game for Kate Sebastian, 3.1 rebounds, over 2 assists, and over 2 steals a game. So that's that stat stuffing player that you mentioned.
DeMatha setting something up against this Masters amoeba zone.
Kaden Walton gets his pocket stripped. And able to finish it. Even though it was goaltended, Nickerson got that layup to go.
There's a little bright spot there for Masters.
McKnight Jr. with it. Gives it off to Walton. Right wing they go. Knight Jr. step back 3, comes up short. That was their long rebound. Second chance here for the Stags. Wallace throws it into the corner. Walton for 3. Lefty stroke, that's nice. Three seconds to go. Verbencourt gets it off in the corner. Too strong. And at the end of 3 quarters, DeMatha 64, Masters Academy 35. We'll be back after this short message. Shout out to the Twin Fin hosting all these teams here from the mainland that join us here for the Iolani Classic. 3/4 of the way through. Your thoughts on this game?
Well, you know, I thought it'd be closer, actually. I was super impressed with Master. I still am impressed with the Masters team and Coach Cone. But again, clearly outmatched athletically and just defensively. I think that's the big difference. I'm pretty sure DeMatha would have a rebounding advantage as well. And then as soon as they get that steal or that defensive rebound, they are pushing it up. Two guys streaking to the corners, and they finished with several flushes on the other end, just kind of demoralizing the Eagles.
That quarter, actually, the Eagles kept the third quarter pretty close, 21-17. The lead. Sure, something about the score I think I heard. Rogers with it. Bringing it in from the backcourt. Down low, Verbencore flushes it down with one hand.
There's a highlight. That's the explosiveness we talked about in the pregame.
Welcome back, Scott Verbencore.
Oh.
Wallace is tripped up, hit the floor. The held ball stays with the Stags. Coach Cone is asking, how is that not a travel? Maybe that's a travel or a foul, I would assume.
That's the extent of his complaining, I think. Very, very calm, very patient man. Verbencore got a piece of that. Travel, yeah.
And a travel called. Derek Daniels.
Oh, I like that. As soon as Daniels started to complain to the referee, Coach Mike Jones III stopped him and said, yeah, he was right, you did travel.
Nickerson driving, kick out. A foul. We'll go on Jamal McKnight Jr.
Foul on the pass off. Coach Cone getting his starters back in.
Tabor with it, working on Daniels. Long arms of Daniels, swats that out.
Crazy.
Knight Jr. for three. Doesn't get the bounce, but right there on both ends, Bo Daniels. Block on one end.
Sorry, that time he had an easy path to that basket.
Bowser just looked like he lost his footing, maybe tripped up a bit, but he's on the ground. There's a concern there for Cole Bowser.
Also looked like McKnight might have landed on him after getting the rebound in the bucket.
He gets up now. Walking back to the huddle.
Yeah. The way that Coach Jones came walking out of that looked like one of those injuries that it's just going to take a little bit of a time and breathing to recover from.
One of those soft spots.
Yeah, I like that, soft spot.
He's walking to the end of the bench, getting some water now. Into the game, Danny Abbas. Bounce pass down low to Pitts on the block. Splits a double. Kick out. Left wing three for Laboon. That's good. He's in double figures with 10.
Nice kick out by Pitts.
.6:15 to go in the game. 68-40. Stags out in front of the Eagles. Knight Jr. Elbow jumper, too strong. Stallworth. Verbencore for three, that's good. It took a little bit, but they finally have calibrated from long range.
Oh yeah, Verbencore, like you said, kind of woke up here a little late. Got that dunk. Oh.
Bo Daniels, too strong. Through the contact. Got the bounce. And a chance for a three-point play.
My goodness, 6'7" freshman. Crazy.
Imagine the life of Mike Jones III. He has all this at the end of his bench, just waiting in the wings. He gets Bo Daniels there for going in the lane too early.
That's how you build or maintain a dynasty, right? You're just gonna keep getting those
Reloading.
athletes in or train them up, coach them up. Get them to buy into your system, which is get in the shorts kind of defense.
Cross-court pass, Laboon. Does he have two in a row? Can't get down to fall. Rebound taken by McKnight Jr. up ahead. Meeks for three. Doesn't go. Abbas tipped it. Last touch, they'll say by an Eagle. Right now on the court, 4 freshmen and a sophomore. This could be the future of the Stags right here. Meeks, the lone sophomore. McKnight Jr. for three in the corner. Doesn't go, and rebound taken by Pitts. Long rebound off a bounce. Splits the double, lost the handle. Say it went off a foot or shoe of a Stag. Pitts thought about the bounce pass. That's stolen away by Bo Daniels. He takes off, can't finish. And him and Daddy Abbas are fighting for that board. And Abbas will get credit for that put back.
The funny thing about that was, Abbas came away from that dunk and tapped the top of his head, but it was on the top of his own teammate. He got that dunk.
So I guess a highlight and a low light at the same time for the Stags.
Oh my goodness.
Danny Abbas would show that in his highlight tape, and probably Bo Daniels doesn't want to see that again.
No. Well, Tabor kind of cut him off early. He forced Daniels to pick his dribble up pretty early and kind of floated in and missed that layup. But Abbas came flushing through.
In this second half, the Eagles, they found their range finally. 6 threes in this second half, just three in the first half. We keep mentioning it because it was a story yesterday, 19 threes, and this is looking more like the Masters Academy team that we saw yesterday. Just took them a little bit to get used to the length.
Well, they know that DeMatha is a good team coming into the game, so there's going to be natural adrenaline that's running through your body as you're trying to get used to the pace and the length and the athleticism, and having to rush the shot like I talked about earlier, or making sure that their feet were set. Now in the blowout, right, they can kind of settle down, not worry about the scoreboard as much, and just kind of play.
Meeks goes right wing, back to Meeks at the top, driving in the lane, stops in the paint, throws it up with the right. He's up to 8. Urbancor thought about the 3, stops in the lane, turnaround jump shot. Bounces on the rim, doesn't fall. Meeks quickly up ahead, glides right by Tabor, gets fouled. So smooth, so easy when he's in the air like that.
He's a blur. And really good body control too while he's in the air. He can hang in the air, wait for the foul, get the shot off.
It's the first free throw to go. He's at 9 points. To go join his teammates, Malcolm Thomas, Cade Sebastian, Charles Thomas III, all in double figures with this free throw. And he does just that. Now checking in, Luke Fay, Hunter Nickerson, and Noel Rogers. Out goes Verbancourt, Laboon, and Pitts. Some confusion on who that last player getting subbed out was. Starworth will stay in. Starworth with it now. Cross-court pass to Tabor. Jab step, thought about that 3.
Yep.
Starworth will take the 3 left wing. Front rim no, bounce on around a little bit. Doesn't fall after the second bounce. Meeks driving, stops again on a dime, throws it up his jumper, doesn't fall.
Stallworth comes away with that one.
Free ball comes up short from Stallworth. It's the end line.
There's no off button on this DeMatha High defense. They're just relentless. That's just the style that they play. They're not gonna turn down the dial.
It's almost like a wave pool, where it just keeps on coming. You might get knocked off, like at Wet and Wild. If you're in the inflatable, you get knocked off, but the waves just keep on coming.
Yeah, no mercy. If you can't handle this defense, then too bad.
Second try, Daniels, no save attempt by McKnight Jr. He didn't reestablish himself. Inbounds, so turnover there. He almost got a third try there. Stallworth will check out. In comes Xander Bloom. Nickerson with it. Faye thought about that 3. Rogers picks up his dribble. Tabor will take the 3. He'll hit that. Like a Tabor. I've been quiet in the second half. That's his first points there.
Coach Cohn right up into him, teaching some more. It's almost like they're hesitant to take the 3. They're not catching and shooting it right away like the other day or yesterday. And you got to think that it's the DeMatha length and jumping ability to jump out and block some of those shots. That's in the brains, right?
This is the first quarter-final action of today. Second one that's coming up. Christ the King out of Middle Village, New York, taking on Pace Academy out of Atlanta, Georgia. Third one, host Iolani Raiders taking on St. John Bosco Braves. And the last one, before the dunk contest, Vashon Wolverines from St. Louis, Missouri, taking on the Oak Ridge Pioneers from Orlando, Florida. We're still just getting started here at the Iolani Classic. We're not even halfway through all our games here. The right wing, Driscoll for 3. doesn't fall. Second chance. Abbas had it stripped. Falls into the hands of Bo Daniels. Fourth chance, no. And I think Abbas and Daniels will have a laugh about that, how they couldn't put it in. They get another chance here. Last touch by an Eagle. Daniels catches it in the corner. Driscoll for three. Too strong, rebound taken by Rogers. All by himself, down on the right block. Luke Fay off the glass.
Nice pass by our goalie, kind of waited till Fay curled into the lane.
Driscoll, go right wing for Proctor. Knight Jr. will pull it back out. 15 on the shot clock. That pass intercepted by Bloom. And we're at the 60-second mark. Pass stolen away by Driscoll. He's ahead of the pack. Lefty finish off the glass. That's good, and he's in the scorer's column.
Coach Mike Jones didn't look too happy about that turnover in the previous possession.
40 seconds to go. DeMatha up 78-51. Rogers driving, throws it up with the left. Rebound taken by Abbas. Up ahead to McKnight Jr.
Oh.
And with 4 dribbles, he goes from half court to the paint, but that shot's blocked. Nickerson drop it off for a goalie. Sorry, Weber.
Just a blur, McKnight. Just a absolute blur from one end to the other.
3 ball, doesn't go. Rebound taken, a held ball. Look at those hops from Jamal McKnight Jr. Listed at 5'10". Jumped up there with Xander Bloom at 6'5". Bloom for 3, that's swatted. Derek Daniels at that wingspan once again. Fay for 3 in the corner. Does he get the bounce?
That's
The rebound hits out of bounds with .1.
That's the one that's been in the brain, right? That you think you got a clear shot at it, and they're just up in the, not even the passing lane, right? That's up in the shooting lane. That's amazing.
Probably jumped from maybe the elbow to block that.
I was, my goodness.
DeMatha will defeat Masters Academy 78-51 to punch their ticket to the semifinal round. They will play tomorrow at 6:30. They await the winner of our nightcap, the Vashon Wolverines, taking on the Oak Ridge Pioneers. A public school battle in the nightcap. That's scheduled to tip at 8. The next game you guys will see, Pace Academy against Christ the King. The game in between those ones, Iolani Raiders and the St. John Bosco Braves. And following the 8 o'clock game, Vashon and Oak Ridge. It's the Alaka'i Executive Search Slam Dunk Contest. But before we close it out, your thoughts on the game we just saw?
Well, again, as impressed as I was yesterday with Masters Academy, you know, I could just triple that impression for DeMatha and what they showed today. Just really shutting down Masters Academy and showing their superiority. It's going to be fun to see how these next games play out and who the top 4 teams will become, and then who the next 4 teams you know, will be kind of in that consolation second-tier bracket. You know, this is where the teams start to stratify, and again, it gets more and more exciting every single day.
So once again, that was the first quarterfinal. DeMatha Catholic Stags out of Hyattsville, Maryland, in their second appearance here in the Classic. They punched their ticket to the semifinal round. They await the winner of our 8 p.m. game between the Vashon Wolverines and the Oak Ridge Pioneers. Coming up next, that'll be Pace Academy from Atlanta, Georgia, led by Coach Sharman White, getting ready to take on Joe Arbitello's Christ the King Royals. And there he is. He's walking in with his suit. Yesterday, Coach Dean was talking about how Coach Arbitello was saying he just didn't feel that comfortable. He felt a little out of place wearing that Kahala Aloha shirt. He liked it, said it was stylish, but he just needed to bring that suit back. And he's probably feeling a lot more comfortable wearing that right now. And let's see how his Royals play later today. The third quarterfinal, the host Iolani Raiders taking on St. John Bosco Braves. That's scheduled for a 6:30 tip. And that's the one that all the Raider Nation is circling. That's the one that typically they show out in force for. And once again, you want to come down early because once we hit capacity, we can't allow anyone in due to the fire safety rules. So once we hit capacity, you're going to be stuck watching in the courtyard. We do have TVs out there for you, but like Coach Dean always says, it's better in person. We'd love to see you guys all down here. If you can't, we'll have the streams here on YouTube for you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting night of basketball all the way through to the end.
Thank you guys all for listening. Thank you to Coach Mike Among for joining me. Thank you to Zach on camera. And for myself, Carter Wetchy, thank you guys all for listening. And we'll see you again in a bit. Aloha.
Aloha.